What's up, guys? Um, Let me see. Can I put this? Can I fix this? That's the question. Can I fix this? What the fuck? How do I fix it? How do I fix it? Editor? No, it's not. Huh. So where do I fix this? Sorry about all of this, guys. First time doing it. I'm just trying to edit it around or something. Oh, here it is. Haha. Let me see. Alright, guys, bear with me. Editing the content. Let me see. Black Clover. Reread. Reread with review. Chapters 194 to 205. Alright, that's that. Yeah. Let's see. Anyone can watch. Let's save that. Let's see. We good? Alright, there you go. Let me see. Can you guys hear me? If there's anybody there. If anybody comes, I just want to know if anybody can hear me. Well, you know what? Let me check myself if I can hear myself, if it's good or not. If not, then I will have. Oh, okay, I am live. So let me just share the stream because why not?
Sure.
All right, let's share. I'm assuming it's just me that's live. If anybody else is there, oh, welcome. I'm just sharing the stream right now. We're gonna start rereading in a second. Let me see if I know how. Okay, here it is. Share. We're gonna share to Twitter. Let's put hashtag Black Clover. Also, you can always share the stream as well. That will bring more viewers. Let's see. Hashtag anime and hashtag manga. And we're good. Alright, that's been shared there. Don't share anywhere else. Let's share this to Reddit as well. Just a community. Let's see. Oh. Welcome to the stream. Tell me, man, can you hear me? Is it good? What's up? I'm just trying to share this, and then we're start right away. Choose a community. Let's see. Here we are. Let me see. All right. Oh. Oh. What would it be? What would it be? I guess it would be manga. Post. Welcome to the stream. I'm just sharing the stream right now before we begin the reread. All right, that's that. So let us begin. We're going to begin with chapter 194. It is titled Outrage. So last time I read it was 193. Yeah, it was 193. I have the review on the channel as well. So let's begin with this. And we're beginning with Charmy. This is the fight with Rill and Asta, basically, when Charmy gets in it. What in the world is this place? Miss Charmy, how did you get here? I don't know. I was just hanging on to Yuno. Yuno, where are you? Yuno's here too? These monsters are spells Rill drew. We have to do something about him or else. By the way, is the quality good? Like, can you guys hear me? Because no, I was just wondering if you guys can hear me. If not, I can just fix it right away. No, this isn't it. I can't draw well. I drew monsters because I thought they'd be just the thing for the humans' last moments. But really, I'd rather draw something prettier. I don't want to draw things that are this warped. It's all the humans' fault. All of it. So this is Rilla, or more so Rill, speaking. Just look how cranky you are. I bet you're hungry, aren't you? Eat this and calm down, okay? Charmy being Charmy. Miss Charmy, when did you... That's Asta. Then Rill slams the food to the ground. Charmy doesn't like that because, you know, Charmy's all about the food. Shut up. Get away from me, human. I'm not eating anything you people made. Hey. That is no way to treat food. Charmy with cheap. Haha. In order to create first, you must destroy both humans and the things humans have made. Charmy gets basic. I mean, this panel here, Rill drew like some vine, and like he went through the sheep as well and attacked Charmy. It cannot be seen like really well if he drew like fire, or it's like a lava golem, or it's like Charmy. I mean, I think he's a lava golem, and he has spikes as well as fire. So I think that's how it is. Miss Charmy. Okay, something's happening to Charmy. Huh? Why was that chill? Miss Charmy. Hey, can I come out now? Okay. This magic, what is it? It's different from normal human magic. Okay, Charmy's grimoire is changing. Ooh, boy, I like it. Look at that wolf. Yeah. I mean, it's not a live reaction, but, you know. Look at that wolf. Ooh, boy. Miss Charmy grew. She got taller, of course. I felt this magic before, long ago. You're a hybrid. A human-dwarf hybrid. A dwarf. A dwarf. You didn't know either? And what's a dwarf? Well, you see, I've only heard about them in the old tales our elderly manservant tells, so I don't know the details, but they were another race separate from the elves who lived in the distant past and had unique skills. Wait, weren't you a sheep? Pipe down. That stuff doesn't matter now, does it? And you can talk? You're right, though. What does matter is that I'm hungry. Yeah. Boy, are you irritating even if you are half dwarf? If you're going to get in my way, then banish. Oh boy, look at all of that. Ha ha! Yeah, makes lots of that. It's all grub to me. Food magic, glutton's banquet. It's eating the magic. Didn't Miss Charmy have cutting magic? It can be. I've heard about this. They say that beings from two races occasionally have two magical attributes. She devoured my magic and made it hers. She eats faster than I can draw. My imagination is losing to appetite of all things. How dare you do a thing like what you did earlier to food? This is for the protein. This one's for the fat. They're only punches, but they're loaded with magic power. With magic, what power? And this one is for the carbs. All right, and that's that. That's chapter 194 done. So this chapter brings in a lot of not a lot of new information, but more so it brings us information regarding the regarding the dwarves. And now we knew the Charmy was somewhat special because every time there was a fight every time she got mad, her sheep in the back was always in the background and she always looked menacing. She always had a lot of mana, which people were wondering where she was from. So now we know that she is a hybrid, and a hybrid has two types of magic. So Charmy has basically cunning magic and then food magic, and this also opens up the manga to a whole new race after the elves. Like let's say the dwarf girl basically Asta a weapon after the fact. Like Asta can only use anti-magic swords. So what if Asta loses those swords and then he just becomes a swordsman with the same properties or some special properties that the dwarf created for him, basically. So this can open up a lot of more new routes after this arc is over, basically. Charmy is a hybrid, half human, half dwarf. All right, let's continue on. Let's continue onward. Let's see what happens. 195 is next. Don't toy with me. That's nowhere near enough to quell my hatred towards humans. Well, I'm nowhere near done either. This is for the vitamins. This is for the minerals. Transformation. So chapter 195 is called Tire Transformation. This one is for the Dutcher Fiver. This is nuts. Alright. That's a cool panel. Asta, go on ahead. Miss Charmy, I'm going to physically pound the importance of food into this joker. We do have to hurry or else. Please do, and thank you. There were multiple paths, but I'm afraid the fierce fighting has closed off several of them. Let's at least go up and take that path. Yeah. Nice try, but no. No matter how much you attack me, it's useless. Alright, this is Noelle's. Ooh, Noelle and Fauna. Let's see. I think it's about time you turn into ash too. Without the Santa magic, I could. So basically, Noelle's struggling, fighting against Fauna, and rightfully so. Of course, she would. Because why else wouldn't she? Literally. Even though Noelle has the advantage, she's struggling. Let's see. Okay, there's a slash. Haha, Jack. Well, look what I found. A woman who'll be worth lasting up. What is it you? Huh? Got a problem, little girl? Alright, let's see. That's that. We got a little bit in there. Let's see next. That's David, who's he? A senior member. It has. Oh, what's going on? Our guys posting. This is interesting. Below the strongest magic, there is a new space with an object that looks like a pedestal in it. Inside, there are three elves and this magic. Juno? Let's go. Just sit tight, Juno. Well, I didn't see that group to pick you up, but you took them out instead. Then got in here on your own. Still, you did make it here safely by yourself. That's great. This time, you will give us that magic stone. As usual, Rome, you're too quiet and I don't have a clue what you're saying. Now, I think it's Now, I think it's important here to know that in chapter 195, the one that's talking is Patri or Patoli, not Licht, because I see that a lot of people were confused regarding who it was, and a lot of people still confused as to who it is, basically. So the one with the 3 dots on his head is Patoli or Patri, basically. Now, finally, it will all come back to us. Our future, a licked smile. Light creation magic, swords of conviction. Copy live magic, light source of conviction. Alright, so Juno's been attacked by 2 fast fast light attacks. And Juno is dodging it with monozone. Monozone spirits hush danced. Okay, he's dodging it left and right. The art, it looking amazingly here. It looks good. I didn't notice before, but it looks good. What? He completely evaded all those attacks. Monozone Spear Storm double. Alright. In the time it took him to get here, he's leveled up both his elf power and his human power. This kid, in terms of sheer native talent, even Licht isn't this. Oh. Rome is behind Juno. Let's see. He has a rock in his hand, which I didn't notice in the when I first read this. I didn't notice that he had a rock in his hand already. My mana couldn't detect him. It isn't super high speed. He just suddenly appeared. Again, no, he moved me. There's a pebble in the spot where I was a second ago. Once he touched objects, he can forcibly switch their positions. Huh. Alright, so Rome has the stone. I don't know if it's a magic stone or not, but that's mine. Give it back. Good one, Rome. Yeah, Good one, Rome, yeah. I never could beat you a tag. Now, we'll finally make things right. Ooh. Raya twitched. I can tell when somebody's lying. Why was that a lie, Rome? Raya? Who are you? Ooh, look at that smile, that creepy smile. Ooh, Raya got a hole through his guts. Oh, boy. Don't tell me. This reincarnation is. And that's where the chapter ends. Alright, so chapter 195. I mean, we didn't really learn anything new from chapter 195, but more so the fight between Charmy and Rill. We didn't get to see that. It continued, we didn't get to see much of it after that. Then Noelle versus Fauna. We got a little bit more of that fight too. Jack came into the fray. I would like to see how that turns out. In later chapters, I would like to see how Noelle and Jack deal against Fauna and her regenerative abilities. Then we go into Juno against Raya. Patri, and Rome. I almost confused Patri with Lecter. Everybody's confused regarding those. And yeah, so Rome ability seems pretty alright. It's like the Renegade from Naruto, but hey, we're not here. We're not comparing anything here. Uh, so we just saw the Raya got a hole through his guts because he lied. So now let's find out. Let's find out what's up. That was the end of chapter 195. Now we're going into chapter 196. Welcome, guys. If there's any question you guys have, you can guys let me know. I'll be glad to answer them. All right, chapter 196, Mastermind. That guy betrayed us, and that's why we elves were destroyed by the humans. Except I can see through lies, and I knew that he hadn't betrayed us. I didn't tell the rest about it, though. I didn't want to diminish their thirst for revenge against humans, not even a little. I wanted to see him again, no matter what. No matter what I had to fake or how badly. That is my disloyalty. And the price I pay for it is a hole in the gut? Who the hell is that guy? Then who the hell is the guy who put it there? We've got a massive liar on our hands. How long has he been inside Rome, here in our midst? Raya. I think that's Patrick, that one that's screaming. Rome, what is the meaning of this? In the fifth leaf resides the devil. I'm reminded of the day I used the bond between the mages chosen by the four-leaf clover grimoires and created a grimoire of despair. Today, finally, I will acquire what should have been mine then. By the way, this is the base translations, so you guys are getting the best content possible. That's all you guys need to know. Best content possible, right? Yeah. This shadow palace is the boundary between this world and the next. Here, the spell in this magic stone allows one to draw what they desire from the underworld. Alright, Rome puts the magic stone on the pedestal. Something black is coming out of it. You don't surprised to see what it is? Welcome back. I'm home. Alright, let's see. What is this? This cold, pitch black magic. Impossible. This being, this magic is the devil. Alright, the devil is in play. While imperfect, it is still my body for the first time in centuries. It's good to be back. What? What is this thing? Elf chosen by the four-leaf grimoire. I'll have you drink. The same abysmal despair the lick tasted long ago. What do you mean? That day, the one who deceived the humans and had them destroy the elves was I. Their lust for magic made the humans move readily. We'll be able to understand each other, and your people as well. I tricked you with laughable ease, and you wreaked your revenge as I intended. That line was the first Wizard King is like a semi-little flashback. The first Wizard King saying those lines. We'll be able to understand each other. You're all such fools. This is the devil speaking. Don't toy with me. Return. Alright, they disappear. Oh boy. Nope, it's loading. What's taking so long? Come on, man. Come on. Load. Alright. Mana's own spirit hutch danced. Juno saved them. Hey. That's Captain Benjamin's body. Don't you dare get it killed. I prefer to fight you later. Just appearing out of nowhere. I can already tell you're scum though. If sending you flying will end this all, then I'll end it. Mana's own spirit stream. Vacuum wall. In the face of my world, in the face of my word, soul magic, all is meaningless. His magic is completely insane. Now that I'm stronger, I can tell. I can't beat this guy. That's Yuno saying that. Not on my own, anyway. Yeah, Asta's in here. You're late, Asta. Alright, that's the end of chapter 196. So, chapter 196, we get to learn that the mastermind of everything was a devil. We don't have a name for him just yet, because he was just introduced. So we don't know who he is. But we just learned that he is the mastermind, that he was the one that made the humans betray the elves. But the only one that knew about the elves, or so I can recall, was the first Wizard King. So how did he do it? Maybe there's a flashback coming on. Who knows? So this chapter we get to learn more. We get exposition regarding what happened 500 years ago, and we know that the devil is the one that caused such things to happen. So, and his magic is word, soul. His magic is word, soul. Right? Let me see. Yeah, is word, soul, magic. Basically, anything he can say makes everything disappear, which is pretty busted. If I do say so myself, he doesn't even have a grimoire yet. So. And even Yuno's struggling. He returned licked Patri's swords back. Basically, he said return, and Yuno just dodged it all with his mana zone. Then Asta came into the fray. The devil's grim when he saw Asta, though. Now we have to see what's coming for that. All right, so let's see now. Let's go to chapter 197. Chapter 197. Hold on, guys. Give us a second. Chapter 197. Alright, let's continue onward. 197. Let's go. Haha. Let's see this. False hope. Ooh, I like that cover. Well, that coloring page. I like that one. It's chapter 197, where all of them are dressed in uniforms, in school gear. Alright, let's go. False hope. Mimosa, what? What is this situation? What is that? Strange creature. What the heck? By the way, this is the best translations. I'm giving you guys the best quality translations ever. So, what the heck? What's that creepy black thing? But I get the feeling I kind of know it. That's Asta. I see we haven't invited guests. Well, I'll leave them be. More importantly, come here. Alright. He just said come here, and Patrick's right there with him. Word, soul, magic. Whatever he says happens in reality. Did he use that spell to recreate Rome's switching magic too? Alright, so we learned that Rome magic is switching. So I'm guessing it's like the Renegon from Naruto, like I mentioned in the chapter that we saw him. But it's called switching. Huh. Can they be used offensively though? Don't toy with me, that's Patri. Light creation magic, light whip of judgment, banish. Iron spears. Oof, that gotta hurt. Asta. That creepy black thing is behind all this. Yeah, I figure. Asta and Yuno are rushing in their respected forms. Oh boy. Storm of blades. Whoa. Holy, some of these are physical weapons. I can get rid of them with anti-magic. Wow. Alright. Alright. It's all I can do to evade them. Damn it. It's all I can do to evade them. Damn it. Alright, look at that. Asta and Yuno are dodging those blades. Oh boy. Vacuum wall. Hold on. Magic affected Asta in his black form. Why? That shouldn't be that shouldn't happen because Asta's body is anti-magic, so anything that touches him should not, huh, be crushed, smashed, broken to pieces, riddled with holes. Asta, you know. I'll allow no one to impede me. 5 centuries ago, they got in my way, and although I was close, my incarnation failed. Back then, I set my sights on you next, and you sacrificed still young, beloved by mana and easily sway. Tragedy and a sense of mission, that alone was enough to make you dabble in the forbidden life magic. What are you saying? Lect was the one who reincarnated me, all of us. Even if doing so meant staining his hands with forbidden magic, he entrusted his last hope to us. Wrong again. After all, it was I who reincarnated you elves. What? Your leader doesn't want the humans exterminated. Restoring the elves and that revenge you longed for, they're all false goals. You merely walked the path I prepared, nearly leading the other fools down it for me. And in the end, it led you to a future Lick didn't want. In my incarnation. Like licked. I'm like licked. I was chosen by that 4-leaf clover. That's right. You were chosen. You were my brilliant, foolish pawn. Well done. Alright, and then the Padre's like, ah! Now he's suffering a lot. Ooh, we've seen that his grin was turning into a 5-leaf. How droll. Elves and humans, your dreams and ambitions make such excellent playthings. Is this Asta or is this Juno? Or they're both saying it? Don't give me that crap. Okay, this is Juno. You come out of nowhere and screw everything up. No matter what I'm fighting, I'm not gonna break. You're really tough and you're scary, but who do you think you are anyway? That's Asta speaking. Whatever you are, you make me sick, that's you, know? Because you're filthy scum, and that's Asta. No matter what I'm fighting, I'm not gonna break because I've got him. My dream won't lose to you. Ah! Oh, right. They got a power boost. Both of their forms got a power boost. Oh boy. You know, got the 4-leaf clover in his hand. That wasn't there when he's transformed. Alright, so there's small things to consider. Alright, my dream won't lose to you. Ah, they're both getting a power boost. Oh boy. The magic that is welling up is disintegrating the matter around him. Is it waking up? Lick's child inside him. The magic that's swelling up is disintegrating the matter around him. The other devil is resonating with my magic. The overflowing anti-magic is erasing the magic around him. So Juno's power is disintegrating the matter around him. And then Asta's anti-magic is erasing the magic around him. Okay, so basically Asta got like an anti-magic zone, literally. But alright, let's see what happened. The other devil is resonating with my magic. Let's see what happens here. Oh boy. If you're going to get in our way, then you break. You know, handle the physical blades, and Asta took the magic blades. They blocked them all. Ooh, yeah, and that's the end of the chapter. They attacked the elf. He the elf. They attacked the devil. He dodged it with his hand, and he has sort of like a fracture in the end. But oh boy, this chapter we learn a lot about it in this chapter. We learn that it was the devil who reincarnated all the elves, and he was the one that basically took advantage of Patry, in a sense, from his four-leaf grimoire. Something's happening to Patry right there. His grimoire is turning black, like into a five-leaf clover. I think that's what is happening to him. But we got a lot of information dumped on us from the devil, literally. And we got Juno and Asta got a power boost to their forms, and they're attacking him in unison. One thing though that I don't understand is how is Juno being so close to Asta when Asta's is erasing all the mana around him, or is Juno putting out so much mana that they're both just negating each other? Like spatial magic. That's another topic for a discussion. Huh. But oh boy, it's getting so good. Let's see. Yep, we got a lot of information dumped on us. Oh, we also learned that the League wouldn't want what Patry's doing basically with the humans or anything like doing the opposite thing of basically what Patry would have won. Hold on, guys. Let me fix this real quick. All right, I think that's fixed. Sorry about that. All right, so we got a lot of information here, basically. Let's go to chapter 198, because oh boy. Let's see this. Let's see this. Give us a second, guys. I'm just fixing something real quick. Dun. I'll be right back with you guys. Let me see this. Let's see. Let me see. All right, so that's there. All right, let's continue. Sorry about that, guys. Let us continue with this. Chapter 198, the five-leaf grimoire. Alright, so we see the aftermath of Juno and Asta's attack on the devil. He has a little scratched. Let's see what happens now. Heal. Oh, he just healed it right like that. Nothing happened. Alright, let's see. You managed to wound me. You managed to wound me. Impressive. The power of an elf beloved by mana. The power of a spirit. And the power of a meddlesome comrade who dwells in the grimoire, which I should have possessed. I don't know where you came from, devil, but you may have that grimoire. Okay, so we finally get to see Baltos and Raids once again. They're stunned. What is that black thing? That's Raid speaking. Was it using Lect the way Licht used us? Well, they don't know yet that, uh, Patry was basically impersonating Licht. So to him, he's still Licht. When the bearer of a four-leaf grimoire is engulfed by thick despair, Patry, that was Raya, a five-leaf grimoire is born. At last, I possess both my body and a pitch black grimoire, and can manifest my true form and power as a devil in this world. Alright? 500 years ago, I did manage to create a grimoire of despair. At the very end, though, I met with resistance. And so, this time by using forbidden reincarnation magic, I mingle wicked thoughts with their souls, making it easier to steal their egos. I wanted stepping stones to act like stepping stones and allow themselves to be stepped on. Empty hearts are so simple. Or for the sake of this moment, I deceived, kill, and plunder. What fun it was. That devil is so creepy, man. Alright. Why you? Unfortunately, I am not your opponent. Rampage as you will. The final state of an elf who's brimming over with malice. It's as if... Okay, so Asta is recalling here what was happening with the elf that he first met in the Hage village, and then Luck. Or Lufuru, basically. Patry, a dark elf. Act as your hatred and despair dictate. Ooh, a dark elf. Yeah, baby. Demon light magic, light source of conviction. Oh boy. Sorry about that, guys. Oh boy. Ooh. Black light. Talk about fast. Even with Mana Zone, I couldn't evade all of that. Asta, you alive? What insane force and numbers. That weight of that attack was off the charts. Don't ask dumb questions, you jerk. If the anti-magic that's floating out of me hadn't softened it, I'd be dead right now. Damn it, he's gotten way stronger. At this point, that's a heartless burnout shell. It's merely casting scorched shadows of the spells in its grimoire. Play with it as best you can. So the exit is up there. I'll take my leave then. Farewell. Both the destined one, who houses the hybrid child of elves and humans, and the defective magicless one, who's somehow able to handle the five-leaf grimoire, will meet their ends here. If you don't steal that body soon, you'll die here alone with it. I can't let that guy get outside. Hold it right there, scumbag. Alright, let's continue on. Ooh. Dark Elf Patry got to Asta like he was nothing. Ugh. He got attacked. I think Asta blocked the attack. I'm not sure. Because the sword is pointing up. And so I'm not sure if he actually blocked the attack before he was caught, or if he was caught in general. But hey. This is getting Mana Zone, Spirit Storm. Alright, another attack from Patry, and Asta blocked it. Move, please. You probably can't forgive me since I'm human, and I can't forgive you either. But I'm sure we really should have been able to understand each other, right? I'm begging you, move. Hate. I hate. Oh crud, dispel this magic. Alright, that's another chapter done. Chapter 198. Oh boy. So we finally see what happens to an elf or to a four-leaf grimoire user that falls into despair. he becomes a dark elf, or if he was a human, would it be a dark human? Because that's interesting. If he was a human, would he become a dark human, or something else in totally? But yo, they looked amazing, damn it. So we got a dark elf Patry right now. He can use demon live magic. Think he was right. Yep, demon live magic. He's faster, he got stronger and everything. Asta seems to be conflicting with him. Like he doesn't want to like actually attack him. I don't know why for some reason. But he's like really saying, I'm begging you, move. Maybe it's because he wants to go after the devil. Maybe that's why he's begging him, or maybe, but I don't know. At the end, he's just doing a spell. I think it was the spell that Pachu was trying to do at the cave when Asta released his seal, the sealing magic that he had in him. So let's see how they deal with it. So in the final pages, we see that Nozzle and Yami are heading there. So let's see what happens, people. Let's see what happens. Oh boy. Chapter 199. Let's go. Let us go. 199. The ultimate natural enemy. Let's continue on. It's that spell. Even Captain Yami had a hard time fighting that one. And this time it's even stronger. What an insane concentration of magic. This is bad. Hate. I hate. Demon light magic. Divine ray of divine punishment. Die. But with me and you know. Alright. The way we are now. The way we are now, yes. They reflected it back. It seems like as the transformation time was over. Yep, that's what it looked like. We got through that somehow. Asta. That has to have burned through most of his magic too. Hate. I hate. And he's back to do it again. Oh boy. What the? You've got to be kidding me. That sinister magic just keeps welling up. Asta, die. Alright, Noso's magic protects them basically. Your appearance seems slightly changed. But we finally meet. Alright, look at Nozo right there. Let's see what you got, Nozo. Nozo, I will not be as lenient as him. And by him, he's referring to Fuego Leon. You can defeat me. Attribute affinities have a huge effect on magical combat. For that reason, Magic Knights brigades always carry out missions in teams, which are organized to let knights cover each other's weak points. That's precisely why Nozo Silva's all-purpose magic is a brigade unto itself. Ever-changing Mercury magic can be used for both offense and defense. It can handle any sort of enemy, and it always yields results. My magic affinity with your light magic is better than anyone else. Using vast, sophisticated magic to create a huge amount of mercury, he instantaneously compresses it, smooths the surface, and reflects the light. Alright. Physics speaking, people. Physics. And there, he reflects that at all. He basically protected himself. That said, I have no intention of losing, even against an opponent I have the worst affinity with. Of course. And for when that time comes, I've continued polishing my blades. He seemed like a cold person, but the captain of the Silver Eagles really is awesome. Well, You're skilled at dodging and fleeing, but my preparations are complete. Because this spell is massive and requires delicate handling, I wasn't able to use it in the previous battle when my magic was being disturbed. This is what the mercury in the room is. Basically, he's using Mana Zone if I'm not mistaken. And he also gives us an explanation as to why he couldn't do anything against Kim, because his magic was being disturbed. Although Noel's magic was being also disturbed, but Noel has the Noel never could really control her magic, and she just let it run wild in that sense. So Mercury creation magic, Silver Star of Execution. Alright. This spell will cage both you and your light magic and attack you continuously. It's an inescapable prism. I hate. Die. Let your own deeds be your own doing. He knocked all those attacks back at him. What precise control. Whoa. Asta and Yuno. Wasn't it? I am the one who will become the Wizard King. Alright, so that's chapter 199 done. Yeah. 5 more chapters and we're done with the live streams, people. Alright, so chapter 199. We get to learn about affinity. So it's basically like in Pokemon battles, you know, like when you have a water attack, when you have a water type against a fire type, the water type will always win. Not always though, because depending on the... Well, yeah, I know if we're going by the game statistics, basically if you have a water type against a fire type, you basically, the fire type just loses in general unless you're stronger. So basically that's all Nozel did here, and he has Mercury magic and it's a metal, you know, light reflector of metals, so that's basically all he did. We didn't really get to learn much in this chapter aside from affinities and the fight between Nozel and Dark Elf Patry, and then Nozel acknowledging to Asta and Yuno that he's gonna become the Wizard King, literally, and that was it. We also get to learn a little bit more why he couldn't do anything against Kim, and that's because his magic was being disturbed. And that was, I mean, Noel's excuse for that is that she wouldn't really control her magic in that sense. So when it comes to that, she just let it run wild, and so she got a new spell from that. And that's that. Let's go to chapter 200. World of Light. Look at that cover page. Oh boy, that looks nice. So we have Asta, Yuno, and Patry. Basically, this is what could have been, you know, with Licked in the background and Raya as well, and Sister Lily. Let's see now. Okay, so I get it. I get it. So basically what could have been, so in a sense is that Yuno would have been the son of Licked. Patry is kind of like the son of Raya, you know, in a sense. No, that can't be. Never mind, I don't get it. Let's go with World of Light. Haha, let's continue on the fight. Not good. I guess this is it. Patry, Licked. Mimosa's healing Raya. Why? I don't need a reason to save someone who's dying, not even if you're an enemy or from a different race. Damn it. So in the end, I get saved by a human royal. This is why I didn't want to get involved with them. Are they like this in every era? What does he mean by that? Are they like this in every era? And now, for the coup de grace. What? Huh? Excuse me? I don't think that's how this is supposed to go. How else would it go? How else would it go? This man is the leader of the Idamina's son. Well, yeah, but please, wait, sir. That body belongs to Captain Vengeance. The way I am now, I can tell. Vengeance? What do you mean? Both his face and his magic are different. And this guy's sword may be able to return Captain Vengeance to normal. Absolutely, leave it to me. What are you talking about? Do you have any death wish? Do you have a death wish? How badly do you want to kill that guy? Just let me do this, okay? Alright, there's a lot of anti-magic energy flowing from the sword. This is crazy. There's never been this much anti-magic before. And then as he's remembering, actions come with consequences. There's no getting around that. If you remember nothing else, keep that in mind, human. Hasta. Hasta. What? What is all this? Okay, so as he's basically going through all the memories of Patrick. It looks like it is his memories or maybe his mind or something. Whatever the sword absorbs is pouring. Whatever the sword absorbs is pouring into me. I hate that. I can't forgive them. Ugh. I hate. Horrible. I hate. Won't forgive. The Wizard King. I hate. Hopeless. Sadness. Pain. Frustration. It hurts. For Leg's sake, I was deceived. Resurrecting everyone was a mistake. He didn't want that. So many sacrifices. I made the wrong choice. I wasn't chosen, nothing like it. Humans are evil. Really? Actually, the truth is, isn't that just what I want to believe? I mean, William and I managed to understand each other. We can never understand each other. It's the humans' fault. They are foolish and ugly. We must never forgive them. All humans are evil. That's right. It's the humans. It's all their fault. There you are. There you are, you jerk. Hi, I'm Asta. We finally meet. So, on the inside, you're a kid who's stuck up about my age, huh? What do you want with me, human? You got tricked. You couldn't protect what was important to you. You can't find the light you believed in. You feel all sorts of things and they're messing up with you. I got all that. But, cause I understand, I'm telling you this. Quit giving up. What are you doing right now is running away. You stop thinking and locked yourself up in the dark. You think it's easier that way. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. What do you think you know about a human? Ugh. Human, you shut up. My name is Asta, and you killed the Wizard King. He was awesome. Everybody loved him. We wanted to be like him. You took everyone hostage and killed the Wizard King. Your incarnation hurt innocent people all over the kingdom. Just like you can't forgive humans, I'm never gonna forgive you. That's why we also, after doing all that crap, where do you get off acting like this? So, you did something you can't fix. That doesn't mean you get to just lose all hope and give up. Don't you have to stop that scumbag too? You're the one who made that decisions up till now. Maybe you weren't chosen. Maybe they didn't want this. Maybe they won't forgive you. Even so, even if you look pathetic, you do everything you can all the way to the end. What's wrong with you? Why are you trying so hard? Just leave me alone. Even if I wasn't chosen, even if I wasn't wanted, even if they won't forgive me, I made that decision. I'm going to become the Wizard King. And so, I'm not giving up on you people either. This guy is we'll be able to understand each other. This is also Patu remembering the first Wizard King words, literally. All right, there he is. He reads everything now. Asta. Man, that was close. Asta. That kid, he brought Patrick back. I swear, I never seen such stupid human. Why was that, Yerk? What did you do, Asta? Got some vengeance, we'll have to wait a little longer, huh? What I can do now is... Right. Will you stay with me until this is over? You got it. Whatever happens, I'm not letting that guy get what he wants. Alright, so we get to see the internal conflict of Patu right now, literally as to everything that he has done. Basically, he was fighting between himself and the negativity of everything. Because since in a way this was the talking to Jutsu, but it wasn't in the sense of that Asta switched his ideals, because you more so in the sense that Asta told him, hey, you're trash and I hate you. You hate me too and I hate you back. That's it, literally. Asta just told him to own up to his shit. Literally, Asta didn't change his ideals or anything. I don't have like a lot of anything else to say when it comes to this chapter as a whole, except that this is a great chapter for people with depression. I can tell you that right now. This is a great chapter for people with depression, so. And literally, that's that. We also see that. We also see the internal conflict that Asta is going through with this, basically, because he saw the Patrick kill the first kill Julius, and he just wants to get him back, but he's not going to. He's basically restraining himself not to basically kill Patrick right there and there, and that's it. So let's go to chapter 201. Yeah, baby. 201. The top level of the Shadow Palace. There it is. The door to the outside world. I won't let you go. You may not be fully awake yet, but you still can't forgive me. Well, that's no surprise. Someone precious to you gave me that grimoire I wasn't able to take from you. Someone precious to you gave me the grimoire I wasn't able to take from you. All this when your soul is unstable after spawning that giant demon. I'm impressed you can manage it. I must reward you for all your hard work. I'll kill you properly. Lightning Lance. Alright. And yep. Oh boy. Ooh. Earth Shield. Blade of Storm of Blades. Split open. And bind. That sword can absorb magic, but I imagine its affinity with physical matter is poor. Iron Spear. My word soul magic can summon physical matter. You only have one sword. You are no threat to me. Farewell, Elf Chieftain. Charlie comes to the rescue. Yeah. My. So there was an elf who was not an apostle of Sephra in our midst. I saw Babel into the Shadow Palace and went after him. Then I found him unconscious and something seemed wrong. You wretched. You are a devil, aren't you? Whoa. Devil. So what? Devil. So what stuff like that actually exists? For starters, you sure have one ugly face. No, so headed for the other huge patch of magic, so I took this one. What with this thing's key? It's just pure malice. One after another. What a lively place this is. Human, did you come all the way here to obstruct me? I got a ton of questions and stuff I want you to say, but taking that thing out comes first, right? Bad guys don't get more obvious than that. If you can keep up with me, I'm leaving you to die. The extreme side of you seems real familiar. Don't you go getting that body damaged, you hear? Wave of flames. Dark magic, black hole. Dark cloaked ladder slash. Storm of blades. Wither. Dark cloak dimension slash. What artful teamwork. I just assumed the two of you were on bad terms. It's a real head scratcher, huh? There, he's fully recovered. Come on, cuties. You mustn't. He's our savior. Be careful with. Where did the bird come from? Wow, what's going on? No. Take me to the demon bones. Ooh. Alright, so chapter 201. Where to start? That plot twist at the end. Nero can talk, and he wants Fenrir to take him to the demon bones. Huh. But aside from that, so we learned that Licked body is in a half-awakened state, and that he was the one that actually spawned the demon, like in the beginning of the manga, or or like the opening sequence that we see every time in the anime, and so that's why he's half awakened. We also learned that the devil's magic, the devil Wursel magic summons actual matter. So let me see. I mean, nothing else really there aside from that. Like nothing else is that we have to like really worried about or anything like that. Yeah, basically there's nothing else except like there's a lot of fight. We got a little bit more information on the devil, and that's that. Basically, Charlie and Yami working together, literally. And then Nero's saying to take him to the Demon's Call. Let us go to chapter 202. Nah. You don't just sit there making weird faces. Hurry up, open a portal ASAP. First the bird starts talking out of nowhere, and then he makes crazy demands. If we don't do something, that humans who are elves on the inside might never return to normal again, huh? And that's not the worst of it. In any case, take me to the demon bones right now. Nero, you're from another world. Return. Yeah, Yami managed to cut the devil's arm and wing with his dimension slash. And then he just says return, basically he's healed. A skillful cut. Storm of blade. So what, anything goes with you? From the looks of it, the black creepy dude's magic does two things. In addition to casting spells that match what he says, he can boss matter around, summoning it or moving it. Come on, that's just nuts. This Storm of Blades is both of them at once. He withered Charlie's briars and put his own body back together. He can do whatever he wants, even with stuff that's alive. He hasn't straight up ordered us to die though, so he must be limited somehow. Ah, damn it. Thinking is a pain in the butt. Charla. He has limited range. That must be why some of my briars didn't wither. Distance. I assume that matters as well, but I wager the amount of magic is key. Thus, the size of effect corresponds to the amount by which the magic he puts into his words exceeds our magic. If this is all we can do, few attacks at the last second and check our guesses bit by bit. Well, I got one thing figured out. He can't block my dark magic with his word soul magic. Huh. A lot of dialogue. A lot of it. Yeah, see? He dodged it instead of blocking it. Although if he can dodge it, that's not gonna help. Okay. Good one. He's practically asleep, and yet it's astonishing that he can move so well. He's right, Lick isn't making the best use of his power. This fight seems evenly balanced, but if nothing changes, this ain't good. In the first place, that guy's magic is way too overpowered. The breakdown would look about like this. Low and high. Icy's at the bottom, Man is the second, Soul's commoner. Me, well, Yami's in between. Nobles, basically, when it comes to his magic. Royals is Nozel. Well, okay, so Yami's magic power is at the level of nobles. Okay. Charla is just above royals, even though she's a noble, and elf leader has a question mark, so he doesn't know if it is right there. Actually, he has a question mark. And then the devil. If this keeps up, our magic won't last. Besides, he's not fluster, and that means very nice. You're being a marked nuisance. How entertaining. Thanks to you, I acquired the grimoire as well, so now I shall use it. The magic of my words. Word soul magic. He still has magic this nasty. My apologies, but as creatures, there is a big difference between you and myself. Our dimension of origin. Ooh, look at the double spread. Oh boy. What's that spell? Is this from the other world? This thing's real bad news. What is this magic? Wait, just narrow. Traveling a distance like that in one jump is brutal. Take all the magic stones out of this monument. Magic stones, and then set them in the statue on top of the skull. Here, huh? What in the world is? And then the eyes. That should do it. Is this magic? Alright, let's see. The first was a king. And that's that. Alright. So this chapter there was a lot of dialogue, a lot of information, and also the fight. Okay. So we also get a breakdown of like the power of Yami's Ali's power scaling wise. As is at the bottom, of course, because he doesn't have any magic, so he's basically just calculating magic wise. So we get to learn that the devil basically uses matter and or his voice to summon up both. He's limited to, because he cannot just straight up wish somebody to die, which is a good thing that we can learn now, because then if Tabata didn't put that limitation on his power, a lot of people will be like, oh, why doesn't he just say die? And so we also learned that the way his magic works when he says something by his words is that depending on how much magic he put into the spell, that's how much magic it is for the effect, literally, or how much is it gonna affect the rest of everything when it comes to it. So that's really it. Like, we didn't Yeah, that's really it. Aside from the end, we see Pharaoh do something with the stones, but he put them in the belt that the Magic King has. First Wizard King has literally. Uh, so we just gotta wait and see what happens here. We still have learned that Select is not even using half his power, and the Devil Summons did a spell which we cannot read yet because it's in the Demon Tongue. It cannot be cut because Jamie tried to. So, and then that's that. Let's go to chapter 203. Chapter 203. 3. 3. Breaking the seal. It's melting my magic. Oh no. Dark cloak, black blade, blonde slash. You. Elect magic and life energy right out of me. Elect magic and life energy right out of me. Now you're gonna be able to wield a blade. It's a spell that devours life. I just opened the lid a little bit, but there's no stopping it now. Not until it swallows every last human and elf. Damn it, this one is nasty piece of work. Vicious magic incoming. What the heck is this? That magic power from the other world. It's devil magic. Light magic, light source of combustion. Wind magic, tornado fang. He ate the magic. Don't let it touch you. Run. Oh. Asta. I thought I was toast. Asta. Is magic even worse than that? Then he's unscathed? So there's no point in swallowing a body that doesn't have any magic. That's insane. What are you? Hey, why are you treating me like I'm a freak? I knew it. That creepy spell is spilling over from above us. Welcome. If nothing changes, the people in the other rooms are in danger as well. I'm reading the base translations, rereading the base translations literally. If you have any questions, just let me know. The mobility we need in order to bring home those who've been turned into elves. For us, victory means saving the kingdom and getting everyone out of here. I'll go support the ones who are lower down. Follow me, House of Vermilion. Yes, sir. You three seem to have a better understanding of the enemy and the situation up above. If you supplement us the Santa magic with Yuno's wind magic and the elf's light magic, you should be able to reach the battlefield. Go. Roger that. Ooh, that's an unlikely team. Yuno, Asta, and Patri. Oh boy. Yes, let's go. Now that your seal has been broken, at long last, my seal will also. Narrow? What a pitiful state you're in. If only my spell had been flawless. No, it's thanks to you that I was able to return. Welcome back, Prince. My apologies for the wait. The legendary first Wizard King. The stone statue came to life? And you're... Narrow? You're a girl? A really cute one. If you told me sooner, we could have dated. Sorry. I sense magic that's not of this world from the Shadow Palace, so he acquired a body, did he? You two, what in the world? Why? When I was on the brink of death, she used her confinement magic to seal me, and I've been asleep ever since. Then thanks to the power of the magic stones, I managed to wake up, at least partially. What quite powerful magic. It's like the elves, or no, even greater than. And for 500 years, I was merely what your people call narrow. Huh? We're holding hands now? That what? Oh, okay, okay, okay. Sealing magic inverse release. Thank you, Magic Knight Dutch present. Wait there for your companion's return. Alright, so this is the end of chapter 203. So we learned that the spell that the devil used leech life and magic of Jami. So I in a way then I would assume that magic and life force are both intertwined or both connected, because Asa didn't get really any life energy sucked out of him because he doesn't have mana, I would assume. We didn't really get to learn much of anything aside from somewhat more teamwork that we observe with Yami and Charla or Charlotte. He basically protected her, and that's how he got his arm black. And and I think it's good to know that the Williams scar that he has on his face looks exactly the same as the scar that Yami just got on his hand. So that raises a lot of questions. Did he get cursed by the devil on this time, so that Patrick can Patrick resonate with him, or was it vice versa? So there is a lot of questions. We also see the first Wizard King awaken, and we observe that Nero is a girl. She is a girl. We learn a little bit about it. She said for 500 years, for 500 years she been what people call Nero, basically. And so he's a prince. So why wasn't he called the first Wizard King, but instead of a prince? And then we see the team up of Asta, Yuno, and Patri, while Nozzle is gonna go to the other floors of the Shadow Palace along with Mimosa to save the others. So, and that's that. We also observe that Asta sacrificed himself to protect Mimosa, and that's when we learned that he is not affected by the devil's magic power, which we don't know the name of it as of yet because it was in the demon's tongue language. And we also learned that anti-magic works on that spell. So there's a lot of things that we still know. Like, while this answers some questions, it also raises a lot of other ones. So let's continue on to chapter 204. Let's see. Last wish. We can't let what happened before happen all over again. The palace 500 years ago. My magic, which did nothing but open and shut things, was considered useless. Since that was the case, even though I was a noble, I was dispatched as a servant. They sent me to serve an eccentric prince whose magic and talent were outstanding even among the royals. I wonder what kind of awful snob he's going to be. Ah, welcome. You must be sacred. Sacred. Like secret? In France? Interesting. I'm sorry, I'm researching ancient magic at the moment, so I can't get up. By the way, what sort of magic do you have? Well, it was nothing like I expected. Sealing magic? What's that? I never even heard of it before. How unusual, that's terrific. How should I have you use it? Just thinking about it is exciting. Magic that opens and closes locks is vulgar. Oh no, not at all. You mustn't seal off your own potential like that. Please don't make a face like you said something clever. Huh? Also, your clothes are strange. They're what? I made them myself. Aren't they cool? Yes, practice. I know that the devil has word magic. Is there anything else? I mean, why you say that? Did I say it wrong or something? I'm currently creating magic items. I just know your magic's going to come in handy. Can you seal magic into objects too? Yes. Inventing magic items. So the people who's been fortunate regarding magic or their magical attribute will be able to use all sorts of spells. So that society will be more equal. Interesting. So that means Asa could use a lot of those. I helped the prince make magic items. He really was nothing like I respected. He had progressive ideas, and some members of his family didn't like him much. Still, he didn't let that bother him, and he never compromised his ideals. He was a strong and straightforward person. Lately, the prince and Lady Tetia, his younger sister, have been sneaking out quite frequently. Where could they been going? Oh, I think I know why you said that, Pratik. I think you said it because I said about the spell that he used when he came to Yami losing his life force. He used his grimoire at that moment. It was the demon language. Literally, he used his word magic along with his grimoire to conjure a spell from the other world, which is basically the demon world. We don't know the name yet, and it was confirmed by Tabata himself that the language that's in Asta's grimoire is the demon language, which is basically the same magic that Vito used in their fight when he came to his recreating his limbs and all of that. So yes, a little clarification there. It's the other race, the ones blessed with mana. Phenomenal magic and ability, the same thoughts and ideals, the same four-leaf grimoire. The elf leader, Licht, was the first truly equal friend the prince had ever had. Magic items which store up and distribute magic, and the elf's magic stones which link to another world and amplify spells. The spells and magic item technology would allow not just humans but both races to live in peace as equals. And through the exchange with the elves, the goal was gradually becoming a reality. Licht and the prince were best friends. Not only that, they planned to become family. I'm sorry, but it looks as if I'll be late to your wedding. Father summoned me to the palace. He and the rest are against this, but I'm positive that they'll come around and give you their blessings. I know. Lex and the others will be eager to see you when you arrive. But it's likely that even then, he was already manipulating the situation. Why did Father call me today? I haven't told anyone about the ceremony, so it must have been coincidence. I have to hurry and leave for the wedding. Nobody's here. Father, where are you? Brine. Oh, good day to you, my prince. Minister. No, I sense malicious mana inside him. That isn't his. Who are you? Who am I? Despair, hatred, disloyalty, or death. You may call me whatever you wish. A soul with malicious mana. I read about this. A being from another world. A devil? Where are Father and the rest? Who can say? Perhaps they're gone to destroy the other race which has harmed a royal princess, and therefore the kingdom. I expect the elves will be surprised when human violence and ambition engulf their ceremony, especially since its location was a secret known only to you. What? I expect no less of the kingdom's strongest. What formidable magic. Well, I was prepared for it, so even you won't break so that easily. Once I've obtained my grimoire in my body, I'll be your opponent again. Wait! Somebody, anybody, is anybody there? Somebody, Prince, Sacre, what's... Then it really wasn't you. You wasn't, Your Highness. The magic item we made is gone. Break these restraints. Your sealing magic can do it. Sealing magic, inverse release. Tetia, everyone, licked. That's our magic item. It's Tetia, licked. A 5-leaf grimoire. I knew it. Licked. I knew it wasn't you. He reclaimed his heart? I'm sorry, just for a moment I doubted you. Forgive me. It's pointless to struggle. Come, relinquish your body to me. You are the future we've lived in. You are hope. Right now, I'm filled with tremendous negative mana. I don't have full control. If this goes on, that devil will take me. To prevent my magic and body from falling into the hands of something wicked, I've pulled more negative magic onto myself. A mage stone. He's used forbidden magic of the highest level on his own body? I'm sorry. This is the last selfish request I'll make. Licked, stop! You're the only one who can grant it. Lumiere, please kill me. Lumiere. Lumiere sounds a lot like Lumiel, which is an archangel of light. So I'm assuming Lumiere means light. It sounds like French as well. Huh. Is that what it means? Does it mean light? Lumiere? Does Lumiere means light? Oh boy, so chapter 204. There's a lot to say about chapter 204. We finally get to see a bit more. He took out his mana like in Life Force. That's why he looks injured. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if you notice his the scar or the injury that was left there by the devil's magic, basically looks like licked William's scar on his face. So I mean, I was wondering if maybe he did something before Pachu was reincarnated into Licked, or even when he was reincarnated into Licked, and he cursed him basically, so that way William falls into his plans as well when he comes combined with them. Yeah, like I was saying, there's a lot to talk about in chapter 204. Oh boy. We got to go back in the past, and we learned that first Wizard King's name is Lumiere. Lumiere was he wasn't the first Wizard King then. He was just a prince, and he was working to bring equality into the kingdom with his magic tools, which the whole point of them being created was so that people with less mana, or people that are not blessed by mana, could use different kinds. So that brings me to the question, could Asta, now that Nozzle and Fegolon, they acknowledge Asta, could Asta get some magic items or some magic tools now, so that he can use, that way that playing field, that way the battlefield is playing out in that sense. But we get to learn that Lumiere was tricked by the minister of his father. He was captured basically by the demon. The devil had taken control of the minister, and he vined him in order for him to succeed with his plan of killing all the elves. And he also killed Tetia, which we saw. One thing that we did not confirm, however, was if Tetia was actually pregnant at that moment, because she doesn't have the belly. I know there were some other flashbacks where she was pregnant at the wedding and all that, but in here it doesn't look like he was. And we also learned that Lick is that one that actually Lick became the actual demon himself from the opening, as well as the anime sequence of the opening. So there's a lot of here. Let's continue onward to chapter 205. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because when he came to it, when Lumiere came into the scene, the grimoire was covering it, so it didn't look as if she was pregnant as well. And when we first saw her, when she was going to the wedding, it didn't look as she was pregnant. So I don't know if that was like a mistake on Tabata's himself, like maybe he forgot that she was pregnant. But he should have made it a little bit more clear in the flashback when Lumiere was called to the king, basically. All right. Chapter 205. The truth of 500 years. What in that? What's that monster? Run. Run where? Oh dear God. It's the end of the world. All right. Ooh, I gotta say that artwork for the demon looks fantastic. Look beastly. That's the prince. Prince Lumiere. Now I know why I was born with so much magic. I won't let you become a murderer. All right. It's also good to notice that the kingdom was like the royal city was so much more closer to where the what is it called? Because there's the commoners, noble realm, royals. How could I forget? It'll come back to me. Ooh, look at those panels. Look at the fight. Oh, the magic item we made with my magic did this. It was supposed to help people. Prince, Lady Tetia, what should I do? Is there anything I can still do? What was that? What was he trying to accomplish? What a nuisance. If this is how it's going to be, wouldn't it have been better to just hand your body over to me? Well, if I had taken that body over, light magic wouldn't have worked on me at all. Still, at this rate, there won't be anything left, That's even if I block it, the country will be. Could I even block that in the first place? Prince, our magic item, the one meant for peace and equality, sacred, I see. We used the magic item we made to absorb the magic. I knew it. It's not possible to absorb all of that. He stopped. The negative mana thinning. The negative mana is thinning. Lumiere, do it now. Hurry. Licked. He defeated that monster. The prince saved our kingdom. He's our Messiah. They kept me from gaining a body, but that was quite entertaining. For the time being, I suppose I'll just take that grimoire. Yes, it was. I was meant to make a review of it, but I lost track of time. I had to do other things, and I couldn't do a review of it because there was a lot of things that I wanted to talk about when it came regarding their how they did the storyboard for that, which was amazing. Yes. I really did like that episode, man. It was good. For the time being, I suppose I'll just take that grimoire. Stop right there. Hand over that grimoire. Magic stones. If one who is not loved of mana uses those, even for a trifling spell, they won't be able to maintain their human shape. As if I care. I'll use the magic stones to boost my magic. Sealing magic. Magic eternal prison. This little wench. She's paying no heed to the kickback from the forbidden magic. That little girl's still expecting, but if I can use reincarnation, then come. What are you? Shall I sow more seeds of disaster, a soul in which a four-leaf clover dwells deeper despair and tragedy? Wait, there. I feel like there looks like there's an inconsistency in chapter 205 when it comes to, because the devil says come, and the magic stone goes to him, but then in the next on the next page, she already has the stones on her again, and I didn't. Maybe I'm just overlooking at it. For the sake of my eventual resurrection and incarnation, I'll send the elf soul to the future. Forbidden magic, Noah Nefesh. Noah Nefesh. Noah Nefesh. Noah Nefesh. Noah Nefesh looks. It's a reincarnation spell, basically. Because Noah Nefesh, if I'm not mistaken, Nefesh means revival, if I remember correctly. Because I'm tired of studying history in college, so I think that's what it means. I'll work more slowly and carefully next time, in an era where you people don't exist. Sacre, are you okay? Prince, that one. The seal I set on the devil will come undone someday. The peaceful future we worked for will be stolen from us. Prince, I'll use the magic stones and seal you. It probably won't be perfect, but even so, your life will be preserved. Sacre, if you use any more forbidden magic, you lose your humanity. I can't let you die here, my prince. As Lex says, you are the future. You are the hope of the future. After that, years passed before I woke up again. For some reason, I have been transformed into a bird. I've been spared, but with this body, I'll need the help of future mages. Having been excluded from the natural realm, for 500 years I watched over Lex Grimoire. Today we put an end to this long fight. There is, I feel like there's some more of a story missing here. Because it says, after that, years passed before I woke up again. For some reason, I have been transformed into a bird. Having been excluded from the natural realm for 500 years, I watched over Lex Grimoire. And yet, the Grimoire was found in the Grimoire Tower. That's where Asta got it. So I would assume that the old man that handed the grimoires, he will have the rest of the story when he came to it, because he recognized that grimoire. He knew the grimoire, the grimoire that it was. So maybe he has the rest of the story, and he can maybe give us a bit more insight into what happened 500 years ago. Because as of right now, this flashback seems a little incomplete when it comes to Sacre, the way Sacre remembers it. There you are, you dark, creepy jerk. I like how in the fan translations, also says, there you are, you sleazy, sleazy black jerk. Now here's dark, creepy. All right. Well, to thank you and do that dark elf transformation. I have no interest in toys I'm done playing with, though. Dante magic is even more calling than I expected. It's been 500 years since we last met, devil. It can be. To think I'll be able to reunite with you too as well. What the heck is going on? That's my reaction right there. That's the reaction, is my reaction. Next chapter would be in May 26th. And so that's when I'm going to review chapter 206. Because I only do the Abyss translations. So, chapter 205, like I said, there seems to be the flashback seems to be incomplete when it comes to the way Sacre remembers it, because she was asleep for some odd years, and then for 500 years after that, she looked after the grimoire. Yet the grimoire was found in the Grimoire Tower. So I would assume that the old man recognized the grimoire in the beginning of the series when Asta showed it to them, or basically the the pastor showed it to them, he recognized the grimoire. So maybe he knows what happened in between. Since he seems quite old, I would assume that he would be really important to the story later on, since he knows about Asta's grimoire. So we also see that the devil himself sent all the souls to the future, all of them to the future, and we also have confirmation here that he says here that if he would have taken over Licht's body, light magic wouldn't have affected him. And in the French translation, I think he said that he wouldn't be able to fight against Lumiere, even if he would have taken over Licht's body. So, and I would think he says that because if he would have taken over Licht's body with the swords that he has and the properties, it would have been the demon dweller could have absorbed all the light magic, and he could have just sent it back in that sense. So it doesn't, yeah. But all right, that's literally it. I'm hyped for next week's chapter. Oh my god, the fight! I just want to know if Licht is basically gonna regain his memories from it, from seeing Lumiere and Sacre again, and then Patrick's also there. So I wonder. There's a lot of things. A lot of things could happen. But all right, guys. So, any questions you guys have, or any thoughts you guys have, I'm here. I will answer anything you guys have. Because like I said, oh boy, next week is gonna be real good, real good. Like it. Let me see if I missed anything when it came to the entire thing. Before anything, let me see. Sealing magic, eternal prison. Okay, so even though sacred sealing magic is called eternal, he became weaker over time, maybe? Was that the case? Because if he's free now, but he was free with the magic stones, with the magic stone from Yuno. So in a sense, everything is intertwined. And then Lumiere was also free with the magic stones. And then there's the tools that he created that Rogers have them. So there's a lot of things that I wonder when are we going to the other world that has literally been being built up since now. Yeah, that is one of the things that we don't know. Like we don't know how the demon got in there. When it literally said the sacred looked over she looked over the room for 500 years. So I'm assuming that the demon would have to be Licht's demon when he transformed. Maybe that's why he doesn't have all his soul even. But then again, that could also be explained why he's in an artificial body and not in his actual body. So there's a lot of explanations that could be done into that. But we just let Tawa explain the story, and we're gonna learn it from there. Which I'm also really interested as to who Yuno is, because I know Yuno has the soul of Licht's son, which is a hybrid. So maybe it could be the same thing that happened with William and Patry, and then Yuno would be able to switch in between, and so he will have two magic that actually Licht's son will have two magic. So that would mean that Yuno will have three types of magic. No, because then Yuno wouldn't be able to control the other grimoire. So there's a lot of being set up. I just wonder, how is Asta gonna keep up when it comes to Yuno, or how is the Lichtson gonna play into all of this when he's finally awakened? Maybe he will switch with Yuno, like I said, with what happening with William and Patry. So we just gotta wait and see. Well, yeah, that's true, but I mean, anybody could get win magic. The only thing is that has the 4 leaf clover, and I don't think Tetia had a 4 leaf grimoire back in the past. Uh, Now that I could have seen anyways, uh, maybe I could go back and look at that. Let me see if I can. If I remember, do you remember what chapter was that when we saw the flashback? When we saw the flashback of like the first Wizard King and Lick's meeting for the first time when Tetra was out of control. Do you remember what chapter was that so that I can look it up? Or let me see. Okay, chapter 68. Was it? No. Was it on chapter 68? Okay, let's look at it. Let's look at her grimoire. Come on, tell me that I can just see her grimoire. Why can't I just see her grimoire? Come on. Okay, 148. Chapter 148. So let's see if it was in chapter 148. Then we can see her grimoire. Let me see. Okay, here it is. This is when they first met. Is her grimoire? Nope, it doesn't show her. It doesn't show if she had the 4 leaf grimoire or what. Yeah, like it doesn't show it at all. He also shows here in the flashback, chapter 148, that she wasn't pregnant, basically. Like in the wedding, she wasn't pregnant. So was she pregnant before that? Because I know in the anime, like we see her being pregnant with legs and whatnot. But so I feel like there might be an inconsistency with it. Because he's not showing that she if she's pregnant in here when he came to the actual wedding. Yeah, and do you know having Tetia's win magic? Like I said, I mean, maybe because I mean the manga itself confirmed that, well, Raya himself confirmed that the soul of Licht son was waking up in Juno. So it's not like Juno himself is the son of Licht and Tetia. Because if that would have been the case, he would have both. He would have been a hybrid. He would have sword magic as well as wind magic, and he only has wind magic. So there's also that. Since hybrids were brought up into the story, with Charmy being a half dwarf and half human. Do you have any ideas as to why Asta survived the attack that the word demon used, Patrick? Since Jami was basically his life force was absorbed from him, then Asta was basically engulfed in all of it. I guess it could also be because his demon helped him, since he has anti-magic coursing through his whole body, and he got a power boost to his demon form to his black form in chapter 198, I think he was. Interesting. There's a lot of new questions. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. As this anti magic, but I mean, it wouldn't have worked because it was explained that the demon's magic is that could also be the case. But I mean, was it ever mentioned that the magic equals life force in the Clover universe? Because I don't think it's like that. If that was the case, then Yami would have been no. I mean, because he mana and life force. Okay, I see what you're saying. But I mean, but it could also be the demon, don't you think? I mean, because the demon could be protecting him in that sense, since he said that if he dies, I mean, I'm going by what the devil said, that if he doesn't overtake over Asta soon, he will die. So in a sense, I would think that he just let the flow grow even stronger, so that didn't die with the magic. I seem to have forgotten that then. But I mean, I guess it's obvious because when they use other magic, they get tired. Oh, okay. So that's why Miroleona. Okay. That's why Miroleona fell unconscious at the end of her fight against the five elves. Got it. I remember now. I remember. I remember. So as of right now, do you think that if Asta and Yuno fought, like with their upgraded forms, do you think Asta would still win, or would you think Yuno win? Yuno has the same eye color as Licht. Well, I mean, if you think about it, though, even though Black Clover is people call it generic, if that was true, uh then Asta would have fought Juno in the finals, you know. But I guess I guess what you're I know what you're saying. One thing I noticed right now is that Yuno has the same eye color as Licht. So since you said that he has true. um, so I just noticed that. Well, I never really looked close. I never really looked closely, but I just noticed that Yuno has the same eye color as Licht. So in a sense, what if Yuno is different than Patry and William, and and their souls intertwine into one, literally, and so it basically meant to have one grimoire, but with two different powers, like Charming. That way he's part elf and part hybrid. But then again, that would make any sense since Riot just basically said that no, I'm going in a loop. It wouldn't make any sense. So do you have any like what do you think is gonna happen next chapter? Do you think like Lumiere is just gonna go and fight the devil, or Licht is gonna remember Licht's gonna remember his memories and gonna wake up and do and take the agreement from Asta or the swords, or Asta just summons the swords and give it to Licht so they can fight on equal terms? Or do you think Asta is gonna play a pivotal role in it, in the fight as a whole? I mean, he can't really leave unless Licht gives him passage, because that's the whole point as to why the devil was still stuck in the Shadow Palace, because Licht was there to protect it. Yeah, maybe, but the only person that would be able to do that would be Asta, since he's the one unaffected by it. Because I mean, I would assume that his realm would be basically encased in magic, like Kiv, like Noel's fight against Kiv and Nosso, where their mana was just disturbed all around. So maybe only Asta can go in there. Like basically follow the Berserk route where Asta goes alone on a journey to the other realm and everything. Well, that could be a possibility, but I don't think Lumiere is back, because if you saw the chapter 205, or if you read chapter 205, he had a wound in his chest, and he was petrified with that wound in his chest, literally. So if he continues fighting, that wound might open up, literally. Yeah, basically for how long he's back. And if you think about it, though, there is already tools made up that Lumiere made, and only the royals have them. And so in that sense, maybe the king has like the most important ones, because and us. Oh wait, no, I just remember. Noso gave us his restorative one. I think he said that he didn't have any more uses. But I mean, what if somebody just put mana into it, and then Asta can always heal himself whenever he needs to be healed, while he goes to the other realm, the realm of the other world, basically. That would be interesting, really. There's a lot of we have a lot of answers, but a lot of questions, man, which is not bad. It keeps the series interesting, literally. I mean, I don't think the devil's gonna get defeated in this arc, because then there will be no point in like literally bringing the devil in. I mean, I would feel like he's the final boss. If not, he's gonna be like the one before the final boss when it comes to manga, literally. I mean, but that would basically undermine. Well, no, in a sense, it wouldn't undermine everything that Julius has done, because Julius was trying to change the how the kingdom is ruled, but in the sense in the at the same time, it doesn't really works like that, because Lumiere would be back. Like the power scaling then would be a little bit messed up. Although Tabata brought it back by not making Lumiere be also, like have his full power. But then again, I think he's gonna die. I think a new king will be crowned. Wizard King will be crowned. Which, I mean, my opinion, I would go for Leon, since he's the stronger of the two between Nozel and him. I would go for Leon, since he has Salamander now. But a lot of people want Nozel to be the king, which I'm not opposed to it either, but he's learning right now. I just don't see how he would go for that. Although Julius did say that he was the one to defeat Patri, he himself said it, that he would be the one to defeat him. So in a sense, would that be foreshadowing for his comeback later on? I mean, and Lumiere wasn't a king per se; he was a prince. Um, and even then, he got the title of the first Wizard King. I think he was after. I mean, after he died, he got it literally. And then who will be the second one? We don't know who the second one was. So like there are 26 more Wizard Kings to go by. Well, that's true, but I mean, we could always dive back into his backstory, literally, like the actual full backstory. Like he could come back and like literally say how he came to be have those views that he had, like progressive views as to how to change how to make the kingdom like be basically be for equality. So like he could come back and then like we get a downtime, and we get like we get his full story after that. And then he just tells them, oh hey, you have this much time, so I'll train you and yada yada yada. And then he just goes and returns. Maybe he returns back to his statue. Who knows? So I mean, but there is a lot of ways this could go, literally. That's true. I wasn't thinking it about it like that. But I mean, but that was his whole point. That was his whole point, literally. Because I mean, that was the only reason why he was sealed, so he can come back and fight. Well, it would be also the same with Licked. Because Lick is around, and I think like Lick is gonna stick around. So why would they have two of the strongest wizards back? Like that would basically mess up with the. I mean, in a sense, I guess in a way you could say that uh, Lumiere could train Yuno, and then Lick could train Asta when it comes to their respective styles, because Asta has Lick's grimoire and swords, and then Lumiere is a mage, and he could just basically train Yeah, I mean that's what everybody's saying. Frogolone is the next king, because if you think about it, Nozzle doesn't have the capabilities that Julius had. Frogolone is the one that comes close to it now that he has Salamander. Yami, I don't think Yami will become king. I think that if Patry doesn't return William, or if anything happens, I think, because if you think about it, Yami and William are connected into like the entire story of Light and Darkness. Because William was like the darkness in a sense, and Yami is the light. Yami is the one that respects the Wizard King so much. So does William. But if William doesn't come back, then Yami will basically have to go and find him, although it's in Patry. I mean, it all depends on how the arc ends, literally. How so, man? What do you mean? Like war Naruto vibes or like the good Naruto vibes? Well, yeah, I can kind of see that, but I mean, the Hokages weren't like really alive, and these guys they are like really alive. Like basically. Patrick, would you like to become a moderator for the channel? Because I'm planning on doing more live streams, and now the channel is gonna grow even more, and I won't really have the time to be like looking at when there's more people in here. If you could do me that favor, man, if you would like to, of course. But if you think about it, though, when everybody was brought back, like the Hokages, they were considerably weak to Naruto and Sasuke, literally, or they were weak. They were more weaker than they were. The only one that was strong and was too strong was Madara, because of all the hacks he had, literally. Oh, thank you for that, man. Appreciate it. But I mean, I don't, since I don't have the necessary tools to like really become, like to really have everything. Uh, people will find me boring. But thank you so much, man. I appreciate it, and I will definitely promote my channel there. This is just gonna be the end of the stream. It's 2:40 a.m. here. It's really late. I need to get some sleep for tomorrow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here, man. I appreciate it. You know, share the channel with your friends. You know, if they're interested in Black Clover or any other series, because I reviewed Samurai 8, Black Clover, World Trigger, or Blue Exorcist. You know, if your friends or you're interested in any of those, you already subscribed. But if your friends are interested in any of those series, you know, just tell them about my channel, and I'll, you know, once again, man, thank you so much. Have a good night, bro. Peace out.